Sahil, I know you want to make a point, and let's make that point where we get in a question that is, I would think, the most emotive question of this particular snap poll by C Voter in India today on who is the rightful inheritor of the Thackeray brand. When we talk of Eknath Shinde having a larger base in Kalyan and maybe Mumbai still, where Uddhav Thackeray is concerned, this question could have the answer to it with what even Amitabh Tiwari posed, that the community has kept its card, which is the Marathi-speaking community, kept its cards very tightly to its chest and not revealing where they stand. So on the question of who is the rightful inheritor of the Thackeray brand, of Bal Thackeray's legacy, the NDA voters feel it is Uddhav Thackeray, 25.2%. 39.2% NDA voters feel it's Eknath Shinde. Opposition voters, 57.7% feel it's Uddhav Thackeray. 19.2% feel it is Eknath Shinde. Others, 36.7% of others feel it is Uddhav Thackeray, and only 18.6% feel it's Eknath Shinde. We'll play that graphic out again for our viewers for the data breakdown of where Raj Thackeray stands. Let's get that graphic in. Okay, we are having a bit of an issue with that graphic. We're going to just play it right there. But Sahil, you wanted to come in because if just splicing data, if we look at possibly just this data point, which seems to suggest Uddhav Thackeray, even with the fence-sitters, seem to believe that he is the rightful inheritor of brand Bal Thackeray or brand Thackeray. Yes, this is Mumbai. Eknath Shinde has a larger influence in Kalyan.
Well, that seems pretty obvious because the kind of parties, the parties which these regional parties are specifically, which are run by the families especially, the people always are used to connecting the particular surname with that particular party. So obviously, whenever the Shiv Sena's name used to come up, it used to be always Thackeray's. Even Raj Thackeray, when he formed his party, he had to retain Sena in his in the name of his party by naming it Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. So the poll is very interesting. The 41% people think that Uddhav Thackeray is the rightful heir, but at the same time, the Thackeray legacy, Raj Thackeray also claims to have 10% vote. So together, the Thackeray brothers, combine the two, it comes to almost 51%. But most interestingly, Eknath Shinde, despite not having Thackeray in his surname, is claiming around 28%. So that clearly shows the second rank cadre, which is formed by the elected representatives, which are now heavily bent towards Eknath Shinde. Most of the MLAs are with Eknath Shinde. They got re-elected. Most of the corporators which got elected in 2017, Eknath Shinde has taken almost 60 of those corporators with him. So obviously, that cadre still believes that Eknath Shinde is the rightful heir, and also Eknath Shinde has the original name of the party and the symbol of the party, which was formed by Balasaheb Thackeray. So that is also that confusion still exists, and that is where the Thackeray brothers will have to fight. So if they make a very impressive pitch against Eknath Shinde and the BJP right now, to claim the Thackeray legacy, this survey clearly shows that they will have an edge, and by doing that only they could claim the Marathi voters in Mumbai, which according to me, not even 50% at this point of time, but it makes a huge impact in the BMC. The pattern of the Marathi voters in last 3 elections, what we had seen in 2019, right, then 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and then 2024 Assembly elections have been completely different. So there is a possibility that during BMC elections, it might be different. But just one disclaimer, because I was hearing Amitabh Tiwari, the 2024 Assembly elections had a different tone towards it, because there is a hugely popular scheme of Ladki Bahin, and that created a huge impact in Mumbai. Whereas during Lok Sabha elections, that Marathi and Muslim combination actually worked in favor of Mahavikas Aghadi, and that helped the Mahavikas Aghadi to win 4 seats out of 6 in Mumbai. So these elections, the Thackeray brothers coming together is going to be the key, and how much they are they will be able to influence the Marathi voters. That is going to be
so,
the
and that's why
main
most
factor
of our questions
what
are
we can see.
engineered around the brand Thackeray, the Thackeray brothers coming together, the Marathi-speaking population, the Hindi-speaking population. Okay, if we can try and get our numbers back on the screen, I want to bring in Sudhir Suryavanshi. Sudhir Suryavanshi, the next set of data that we had taken, and what I pointed out, and I think this is practically the crucible of this snap poll that we have held along with C Voter on the rightful inheritor of the brand Thackeray. And if you club together the percentage of Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray vis-a-vis Eknath Thackeray, then clearly it does seem that the Thackeray brothers have an edge where at least the Marathi voters are concerned.
See, definitely, if you see the pattern.
Can we try and get the data? 1 second, Sudhir. Yeah. Can we try and get the data once? Go ahead, Sudhir.
See, it is certainly that if you see the pattern of the voting, in state assembly election, Lok Sabha election, and the municipal corporation election, Mumbai Municipal Corporation, these are different pattern in the voting. The people, when they vote for the Lok Sabha, they generally see the national issues and national leader. When they vote for the state assembly, they look for the state development and the state strong leadership. But when they vote for the local issues, they vote for the local leadership who hold them and who give them security, who give them, solve them all their local issues. That leadership is most important. And the local bodies also, rest of the Maharashtra local bodies and the Mumbai municipal local bodies voting pattern is completely different. The person may vote, as I said, in Satara, Sangli, Kolhapur for the other parties, but when he comes to the Mumbai, he becomes the Marathi Manus, strong, not only Marathi Manus, but a staunch Marathi Manus, and he automatically and naturally get joined with the Thackeray and the Shiv Sena. That is a major difference between the other civic bodies and the BMC. That is the first thing. Second thing, as we discussing about the Muslim, as I said, we discussed the Muslim voter is also very key factor here. In the Muslim voter, there are many Marathi-speaking voters who comes from the Konkan region, who come from the Marathwada and the Khandesh and other part of the Maharashtra. They are different. Their voting pattern is different than the North Indian Muslim, like Bihar and UP and other places. If you see the Govandi, Mankur, this area, where the North Indian Muslim, it is dominated by North Indian Muslim. If you go to the Shivdi and other part of the Mumbai, this area is dominated by the Konkani Muslim people. If you go to the northern belt, then these are dominated by the Marathwada Muslim area people. So therefore, there are many people who will try to get the cake from the Muslim, like the Samajwadi Party is there, MIM is there, Congress is there, Thackeray brothers is there. But there also the favoritism looks among the Marathi voters to the Thackeray than the Congress and other party, because they feel this is a natural choice for the Marathi voter.